The story of Derek Carr and the Raiders is more than just numbers, wins, or losses. It's about loyalty, it's about leadership, and it's about 9 unforgettable years in silver and black. But now, one big question is on every Raiders fan's mind. Should the Las Vegas Raiders sign Derek Carr to a 1 day contract so he can retire as a Raider? Type yes if you feel it in your heart. Type no if you think it's time to move on. Here's what I think. But before that, if you love the silver and black, this is the place for you. Subscribe, hit the like button, and tap the bell so you never miss a Raiders update. Now, back to the story. Derek Carr just retired from the NFL, ending an 11-year career. 9 of those years were with the Raiders. From the day he was drafted in 2014 out of Fresno State, Carr gave everything he had. Through team rebuilds, city moves, and constant changes, he stayed strong. He was the face of the Raiders. Of course, there were hard times, there were critics, but Carr showed up. Every game, every play. When he retired, he thanked the Raiders. He thanked Mark Davis. And he said goodbye with class. His heart, it's still in Vegas. It's still in the locker room. He still feels like a Raider. So, should the team give him a 1 day contract to retire as a Raider? Yes, 100%. But there's a catch. Legally, it can't happen right now. Carr is still under contract with the New Orleans Saints. Unless they release him, the Raiders can't offer that 1 day deal. It's just like what happened with Andrew Luck. The Colts still had his rights, and with Carr, the Saints do. And there's more. Some say Carr might try to come back to the NFL in 2026. So even though he says he's retiring, this might not be the end. But here's the truth. With or without that contract, Carr will always be a Raider in our hearts. So what do you think? Should the Raiders make it happen, even if it's just symbolic? Stay tuned. The Raiders' story is far from over, and this offseason, it's just getting started. The Raiders definitely need help at cornerback, no argument there, but should they bring in Asante Samuel Jr.? Here's the truth. On the surface, a 25-year-old cornerback with real talent sounds like a smart move. But if we dig a little deeper, there are some red flags. Samuel had neck surgery in April, and that's serious. NFL teams don't take neck injuries lightly. In fact, it's the main reason he hasn't been signed yet. Reports say teams are cautious. Even the Saints, who brought him in for a workout, didn't sign him. Why? Because of uncertainty. Samuel isn't expected to be cleared until July. That alone should make teams wait before jumping in. Now let's talk about fit. Samuel isn't a slot corner, even though his name might suggest it. His dad may have been great in the slot, but Junior is more of an outside guy. And the Raiders? They need a nickel corner, someone who can shut down the middle of the field. That's not Samuel's strength. Could he be better than someone like Darnay Holmes? Maybe, but potential doesn't mean much if the player isn't healthy and doesn't fit the role. So, no, the Raiders shouldn't rush into signing him. Not now, not yet. If Samuel gets cleared in July and proves he's ready, maybe then. But for now, it's smarter to wait. There are better options out there, guys who are healthy, proven in the slot, and ready to compete now. The Raiders need answers at corner, but Asante Samuel Jr., he's not the answer today. If the Raiders are serious about improving the slot corner position, there are 2 names that should be at the top of their list, Mike Hilton and Troy Hill. Let's start with Mike Hilton. At 31 years old, Hilton brings leadership, toughness, and solid performance. Last season, he had 73 tackles, an interception, and 5 pass breakups. Over the past 2 years, he's posted 13 pass breakups, 3 interceptions, and 24 tackles for loss. That's impact football. And this isn't just a one-time thing. Hilton has started 56 games in his career, and his PFF grades? He's been above 70 for 4 straight seasons. He's not slowing down. Adding Hilton wouldn't just help on the field, it would also help in the locker room. The Raiders tried this with linebacker Jalen Smith, bringing in a veteran to lead the younger players and spark real competition. Hilton could do that for the secondary, and he'd do it even better. Now let's talk about Troy Hill. He might not be the flashiest name, but he's dependable. His 2023 season with the Bucs wasn't huge, only 8 games, but he still held his ground in the slot with over 200 snaps. His 70.6 coverage grade shows he can still do his job well. What makes Hill an interesting option is that he knows the system. He's worked with some of the same people before, and that can help him fit in quickly. Neither Hilton nor Hill will cost too much. They're veteran players who know the game, understand their role, and are ready for a challenge. If the Raiders want real competition in the secondary, not just players to fill the roster, Hilton and Hill should definitely be considered. Trey Hendrickson is making headlines again. This time, not because of his play, but because of the tension in Cincinnati. He's asking for a new contract and refusing to play on his current deal. With the Bengals already giving big contracts to Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, and T. Higgins, Hendrickson might be on the trade block. Now, adding a pass rusher with 17.5 sacks last season sounds tempting, right? But hold on. The truth is, Hendrickson's stats don't tell the whole story. He's known around the league for chasing sacks, but not always giving his best in the run game. And if the rumors are true, he's asking for $30 million a year. That's a big risk for a player many see as one-dimensional. Let's be honest. If the Raiders are about to spend $30 million, it should go toward locking down key players like Colton Miller and Jacoby Myers. Protecting the quarterback and keeping the offense stable is way more important than overpaying for a pass rusher who can be hit or miss. Hendrickson could help the Raiders, sure, but not at that price. Not with his playing style. And not with his attitude. There are better ways to spend that kind of money. The Raiders need players who bring energy on every play, not just guys chasing stats. If Hendrickson gets traded, teams like the Lions or Commanders might take the chance, but in Vegas, the smarter move is to pass.